Compared to a 29,000 mile race around the world, a blast around Europe is pretty easy. Really. And with such young and inexperienced crews on board the boats, no one's going to push it that hard on a coastal race that only counts for 3 points for the top 3 boats. Is that right? And a leg that goes from sunny Cascais to Alicante, through the Straits of Gibraltar into the Mediterranean, well, that's a walk in the park compared to the Southern Ocean, isn't it? I mean, let's face it, the forecast is only for 20 to 35 knots through the notorious Straits. What's to worry about that? The reality is, as we're seeing in the Ocean Race Europe, if you put a bunch of top sailors on a boat, they won't be able to help themselves. They've only got one goal in mind, and that is to win. And that, with one offshore and one inshore leg so far, has made this race a fascinating one to watch. But I'll be honest, I, and I'm sure many others, didn't expect the coastal race off Cascais to be a particularly closely fought battle. How wrong we were. I hadn't expected the result that we saw in the IMOCA 60 fleet, and I'd underestimated the pressure that the home team in the VO 65 fleet felt.
So we are majorly pissed off, and we're very motivated to get some good results on the score sheet.
But over the course of 40 miles and a couple of hours for the inshore race, all became clear. The 65 showed their eagerness by having a general recall for the first race. On the second, well, enough said. The locals, Team Mirpuri Foundation, were still smarting over their disastrous Leg 1 result. They wanted to win this one and led around the first mark. But Chris Nicholson's AXA Nobel took the offshore route on the downwind leg, and with it, the lead. At the bottom mark, a punchy jibe drop tack manoeuvre didn't go as well as planned for Nicholson and the crew. Mirpuri got back into the lead and covered all the way up the beat to take the win, and with it gained 3 bonus points. In the IMOCA 60 class, things looked more straightforward as 11th hour racing smoked off the front of the fleet. But on the downwind leg, offshore Team Germany played the shifts perfectly to get within striking distance of the leader. On the upwind leg with her conventional dagger boards, she sailed consistently higher, clawing back metre by metre until they'd taken the lead, which is where they stayed. It was an impressive performance that provided even more food for thought. In particular, are the modern IMOCA 60s fast enough in their sweet spot to be quicker overall in the ocean race next year? Admittedly, they won't be racing directly against the 65s, but I wouldn't mind betting they're going to want to beat them. And there could well be some more evidence coming our way in Leg 2 from Cascais to Alicante, when the fleet have to pass through the Gibraltar Straits upwind in 20 to 35 knots of breeze. That's definitely not the sweet spot for a modern IMOCA. So who knows, could it be that a conventional IMOCA 60 be a better bet for next year's ocean race? Whatever the answer, the Ocean Race Europe is proving to be more revealing than many people expected, including me.